This topic is basically today's most prioritized topic on the agenda of many governments and businesses, basically all over the world. The world is burning. So I think we need a revolution. We need a revolution of renewable energies if we want energy security, if we want stable power prices, basically if we want a livable planet. Then we need to stop using fossil fuels and we need to accelerate the sustainable energy transition. Now, when we are trying to understand what energy in Europe and also ASEAN might look like in the future, then the most important question to ask is, what do we do with energy today in Europe and in ASEAN? What does it look like today? And today's electricity is mostly obtained through fossil fuels, coal, gas, and oil. And then it comes to the all-important question of sustainability. And that is a question that the EU has not taken lightly. There are some bold targets already set by the EU. For example, by 2030, the EU wants 40% cut in greenhouse gas emissions, also 27% share of renewable energy consumption, and the same percentages for energy savings. Now, if these targets are to be met, then the development and the application of renewable energy is the standout solution. Actually, already in 2009, the EU has set binding targets for all EU member states, and their renewable energies like wind, solar energy, but also hydrogen and biofuels, they all have an important part to play in achieving those goals. Renewable energy is basically not a choice, it's a must. It is quite literally the only option to ensure that the climate heating increase stays below the 2 degrees. And also it's actually for a future generation that it's a security that they don't inherit a world with carbon energy fueled industries. And it is possible because in fact there are already some good examples in Europe. For instance, countries like Norway and Iceland, they already produce their electricity from renewable sources. And also when you look in ASEAN, the use of renewable energy is gradually improving, which is good. There is a positive vibe. Governments across Southeast Asia have already set out long-term plans for a more secure and sustainable future. And I think 6 out of the 10 ASEAN countries have already announced explicitly their net zero emission targets and carbon neutral targets. But the challenge in ASEAN is that each country has its own pathway. And there is a range and diversity of situations and political landscapes in ASEAN, which brings it to a level of extra challenge. And that is why collaboration with the different countries, basically an intra-regional cooperation, but also maybe an international support will be crucial, especially to boost innovation, to support innovation, and also to support the development of the infrastructure that will be needed.